Hello everyone, this is our sixth video on William Shakespeare's play As You Like It, and we are doing the paraphrase of the acts and the scenes. We have already completed Act 1 and today we shall start with Act 2. Act 2, Scene 1. It takes place in the forest of Arden. Duke Senior along with Amiens and the other lords, is in the forest of Arden, and here he addresses the lords who have joined him in exile, and he talks about the life in the forest, and he finds that the life in the forest is sweet, free, and safe as compared to the life in the court, which he finds is artificial and full of painted pomp. He describes nature as providing life to the mind with tongue in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. Now, he's the famous line, sweet are the uses of adversity. It is uttered by Duke Senior, and he is quite satisfied with the life in the forest. So here he finds positivity in the adverse circumstances, and we find that Lord Amiens, he praises the Duke for having such a positive attitude on the unfortunate circumstances. That is, we know that Duke Senior, he has been exiled, isn't it? And he is in the forest of Arden. But he finds this life in the forest more comfortable as compared to the life in the court. He says that here in the forest, he is away from the envious court, which is full of pomp and show, and he is satisfied with his life here. He is enjoying his life in the forest. Duke Senior then suggests that they should go to hunt a deer, and the first lord he agrees, though he tells the Duke that the melancholy Jacks, now here Jacks is one of the lords, isn't it? And he's referred to as the melancholy Jacks. So he is one of Duke's lords, and he is known to grieve at the killing of animals. So the lord, he informs the first lord, he informs Duke Senior that Jax was recently seen crying at the sight of a wounded stag, and Jax, he was even saying that hunters are even worse usurpers than Duke Frederick, because hunters kill animals in their native dwelling place. So here Jax, he philosophizes and he says that the hunters who are killing animals, they are the usurpers, and they are bigger usurpers than Duke Frederick. And now Duke Senior, he wants to be taken to the place where Jax is. So he asks one of his men to take him to the place where Jax is, because Duke Senior, he enjoys arguing playfully with Jax. So Jax here, he philosophizes on many things, and here we find that the Duke, he enjoys arguing with Jax. Now in this act and scene, we see that a comparison has been done between the life in the forest and the life in the court, and for the first time here we are introduced to Duke Senior and his men. At the same time, we see Jack's concern here, and we see that Jack's, he's a melancholic man and he thinks deeply and he philosophizes on many things. Act 2, Scene 2 takes place in a room in the palace, and here we see Duke Frederick with his lords and attendants. The scene begins with Duke Frederick's inquiry about his daughter Celia and her cousin Rosalind. Celia and Rosalind are missing, and the Duke inquires about them. So he is informed by the First Lord that Celia's chambermaids put Celia to bed the night before, but that her bed was found empty in the morning. Then the second lord enters and he informs the Duke that Touchstone too is missing. So he says to Duke, "My lord, the Roynish clown at whom so oft your grace was wont to laugh is also missing." So he informs Duke that the clown, that is Touchstone, he is also missing. Hesperia, the prince's gentlewoman, confesses that she secretly overheard your daughter and her cousin much commend the parts and graces of the wrestler that did but lately foil the sinew Charles, and she believes wherever they are gone that youth is surely in their company. So the second lord, he also informs the Duke that he has come to know from Hesperia, who is Celia's gentlewoman, that the girls are in the company of Orlando, because she heard them speaking fondly about of Orlando. Now, after knowing this, Duke Frederick, he orders his lords to bring Oliver, that is Orlando's brother, before him, and he is going to ask Oliver to bring Orlando before him. So this is a very small scene, and it informs, it gives the information that Rosalind and Celia, they have left the court and they have moved towards the forest. Act 2, Scene 3. It takes place before Oliver's house, and here Orlando meets Adam, and Adam says to Orlando that he should not go into the house. Adam praises and regrets his master's virtuousness. That is, he addresses Orlando as his young master, as a gentle master, as a sweet master, as a memory of Sir Roland. And then he says that why is he so virtuous, and why is he so gentle, strong, and valiant. So Adam, he talks about the virtues of Orlando, and he says that these good qualities of Orlando, they serve him as his enemies. He says that they are the holy traitors to you. No more do your virtues, gentle master, are sanctified and holy traitors to you. So the good quality or the virtues of Orlando, they are traitors to him. Orlando then asks what the matter is, and Adam replies that Orlando cannot enter his own home because Oliver, that is his elder brother, he has conspired against him. Adam reveals that Oliver has heard of Orlando's success in the wrestling match, and he intends to burn down Orlando's house with the intent of killing him. So at that Orlando leave, but Orlando he doesn't know where to go. So he says that he would rather face his brother than lead a beggar's life. Adam then offers to give Orlando his own savings of 500 crowns, and he says that he will always be with Orlando, and he will leave the house with Orlando. He swears that because he never drank too much in his youth, he is stronger than his age might suggest. And Adam, he promises to do all the jobs that a young man can would do. Now, Orlando then praises Adam's loyalty, and he says that this kind of loyalty, it was common in the old times, that is in the ancient times, but in the modern times, the a person works hard only for public recognition and for promotion. So he says here, he says to Adam, Orlando says to Adam, "O good old man, how well in thee appears the constant service of the antique world, when service sweat for duty, not for meed," that is, not for attention. "Thou art not for the fashion of these times." So he says that Adam, you do not belong to these times. You do not belong to these times, that is the modern time, where none will sweat but for promotion, where nobody works hard, or where everybody works hard only for promotion. And having that do choke their service up, even with the having, it's not so with thee. But poor old man, thou prunest a rotten tree that cannot so much as a blossom yield in lieu of all thy pains and husbandry. Husbandry means hard work. So he says, Orlando, he pities Adam. He says that you are pruning. You are wasting your time on a rotten tree. Rotten tree here, that is on a useless man. Now he says that Adam, he is sacrificing everything for a useless man like Orlando, and Orlando in no way would be able to repay the pains and the hard work that Adam is showing for Orlando. However, at the end, Orlando agrees to take Adam along with him in his exile. So, here in this scene, we see the relationship between Adam and Orlando. Both Adam and Orlando, they admire each other, and we see that Orlando, he respects Adam, who is an old servant, and he is ready uh, to do anything for him.